Hey everyone, and welcome back to the deep dive. You know how much we love digging into thought-provoking stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, today we've got three pieces that really, I think, connect in a fascinating way. We're going to be looking at the elephant rope, two wolves, and first they came.
Ooh, interesting combo.
Right, and what I love is they all touch on like the power of belief and how it can really affect what we do or, sometimes what we don't do.
Absolutely. I think we'll see some surprising links between these.
I'm excited to jump in. So, the elephant rope. Have you heard this one?
Yeah, I'm familiar. It's a classic.
So, the story goes, a guy sees these massive elephants, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're held by just this thin rope tied to their leg. He's like, wait a minute.
Right.
These elephants could easily snap that rope. So what's the deal?
Well, it's all about this idea of conditioned belief, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were tied with those ropes when they were just little babies. Back then, they couldn't break free.
Yeah, makes sense.
And so even as they grow up and become these, powerhouses, they don't even try.
Wow.
They've already internalized this idea that the rope is this unbreakable barrier.
It's almost like a mental fence they can't get past, even though it's not really there anymore.
Yeah.
And this just makes you think, right, what about us?
Total.
What ropes are we walking around with? Those beliefs we picked up somewhere along the way that maybe are holding us back.
Exactly. It could be anything. Something about your job, your relationships, heck, maybe even your whole view of what you're capable of doing.
It's like, what if we just accepted as true without even questioning it?
Yeah.
Especially as we grow and change.
Right. It's like what beliefs are still serving us well, and what are we just clinging to out of habit or fear?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, and so this leads us perfectly into Two Wolves. This is, I think, a really well-known story about a Cherokee elder.
Ah, yes, I love that one.
He's talking to his grandson and telling him about this, internal battle.
Right.
There are these two wolves, right? One is all the negative stuff. The anger, the greed, the jealousy.
Or the darkness.
And the other wolf is all the good stuff. Love, compassion, peace.
And the light.
Right. And the grandson, of course, he's like, well, which wolf wins?
That's the big question, isn't it?
And the elder says,
The one you feed.
so simple, right. But it just hits you. We have a choice in which wolf we're nurturing.
Absolutely. It's not some external battle. It's all about what we choose to focus on, to give energy to.
It's not like we can just get rid of the bad wolf. It's always going to be there.
Right. It's part of us.
But we get to decide which one gets stronger. What are we feeding?
Exactly. Every little decision, every thought, it's like we're offering a piece of meat to one of those wolves.
Wow, that's a powerful image. Are you feeding the wolf of, fear and anger? Or the wolf of courage and kindness?
It's a question worth asking ourselves every day.
Yeah, totally. And, it's funny. This whole idea of feeding the right wolf, it makes me think about the elephant ropes, right?
Oh, interesting connection.
Because maybe sometimes the things we feed are those old beliefs, those fears. And that's what keeps the bad wolf strong.
I like that. It's like we have the power to choose which thoughts and beliefs we nourish. And by doing that, we choose which wolf grows stronger.
So we've got these ropes holding us back, this battle inside us. And now I think it's time to bring in the last piece. First They Came. This is a poem by Martin E. Miller. And it's about, staying silent when bad things are happening.
It's a chilling reminder of what can happen when we choose not to speak up against injustice.
Yeah. The poem talks about how different groups are being targeted, one after the other. And each time the speaker's like, well, it's not me, so.
Yeah. It's easy to look away when it doesn't feel like it's affecting us directly.
But then, of course, that powerful ending. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out for me.
Powerful indeed. It reminds us that our freedoms are interconnected. When we allow injustice to happen to anyone, we're all at risk.
And this poem isn't just history, It feels so relevant to what's going on today.
Absolutely. We see it all the time. It's a call to action, a reminder that we have a responsibility to speak up, to stand up for what's right, even when it's hard, even when it's uncomfortable.
It's like those elephant ropes are tied to all of us. And if we don't break free, if we don't speak up, then
we risk becoming complicit in the injustice, and ultimately we might find ourselves alone when they come for us.
Ooh, okay, so we've covered a lot, those hidden ropes, that battle between the wolves and this urgent need to speak out.
Right. It might seem heavy, but it's all about awareness, isn't it?
Yes.
Recognizing these forces both inside us and out in the world, and then choosing how we respond.
So maybe the question is, what are we going to do? Knowing all this, what actions will we take?
That's the challenge, to not just let these ideas sit with us, but to actually let them change how we live, how we interact with the world.
And maybe, just maybe, if enough of us start breaking those ropes and feeding those good wolves,
Then we can create a world where everyone feels safe and empowered to speak up for what they believe in. A world where they never come for anyone.
man, what a thought.
It's a vision worth striving for, isn't it?
Absolutely. Well, you guys, that's our deep dive for today. We hope this has given you some things to chew on, some new perspectives.
Yeah, keep those conversations going.
And remember, we're all in this together. Until next time, keep diving deep.